Hello, my name is Bench and welcome back to another Starmade logic tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to look at creating a new hangar system which lets us automatically direct ships into empty hangar bays in our stations, and as such you'll see the light can light up when you're on the approach and indicate which of these station spots are available. Then we can go and land there and you'll see the light stops and everything. So let's see how this is built. So here's my setup here in the control room. You can see there's all these lights set up. I've added a blue light to be able to show us when a ship is actually looking to land somewhere. And then I've added the 3 lights that are in that front little section, and then floor lights, this top section. And then rather than adding the hangar lights above to save space, I've added them below. So we've got a green light for when a ship is docked, we've got a red light for when a ship no ship is docked there, and we'll have a white light for when that is the recommended docking area. I also have a activation module here that I've linked around, which will be used for the reset. So also worth noting here is each of my docking modules, I have a activation module underneath that I've linked around to the back. So we're going to be doing all the circuits through the back wall here. You'll see I've already added a bunch of small stuff in, so I've just linked around. You'll see that they're linking over here the activation modules from underneath each of the docks. So we've got one there for each, and that's just simple linking of one to another. Up here we've set up our area triggers. So we have an area trigger for our inside wall, or our inside detector field, or area trigger, and we have one here for the outside one. So we're using these two in combination. We'll be able to detect which way a ship is coming, and then this is also the reset button from inside that I've linked around. Now here's all the lights that are the control panel lights, and what I've gone ahead and done is I've added an OR gate behind them and linked them up, but I've also linked them up to the corresponding lights in the actual docking area. So if we're looking at this one and we fly out over here, you'll see they link up to that section there and that section there. And there'll be other ones there. Say I grab the green here, you'll see it links up to the green here. So all the green lights are all hooked up to that. So just to save some time, I've gone ahead and do that. You'll see also there's this red one here, which links up to the big red X at the front. So you can see there's the setup there, the red X in the front, and then I've put some blocks behind, and then I've got the white behind. Otherwise the white floods over the red too much. So what we'll do first is we'll just set up our triggers over here. And we will start with this trigger at the top. And what we want to do is we're going to add some monostables to these. So in this case we're going to add a NOT gate, and we'll give it a bit of space, and we'll do the AND gate there. And then this NOT gate will go into a delay, which will go into a delay, which will go into that same AND gate. And again, we can then grab this NOT gate and add another NOT gate and an AND gate. So this will let us trigger it on whichever state it is, because area triggers are a bit funny like that. And then what we can do is we can add a OR that both go in, and then that goes into a NOT there. And if we toggle that, you'll see it starts lighting up, and you can see what happens is when it gets triggered, it goes off for a time, which is what we want. Now with this one, we're going to do the same, but the delay is not going to be as long. So we'll do that setup there, drop a delay in, and then that'll go into an OR gate, and then this can go into a NOT gate and an AND, that goes into a delay delay goes into that, and that goes into the OR. And then these both can feed into an AND gate here. And this is a pretty simple way of just detecting if a player is coming or going. So you can see, what haven't I hooked up properly? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, you need to go in there. There we go. So you'll see, we're getting a pulse through there at the moment, but if both of them got triggered together, then, I'll jump myself out. Then you wouldn't get a pulse going through here, which is what we want. Alright, so now we know when a player's entering. What we want to then record is we get a little pulse, and we'll add a RS NOR latch, which is pretty easy. You just add an OR gate. We'll then grab the OR gate and drop a knot down, grab that knot, drop the next OR gate down, grab that one, drop a knot, and then feed that one back into the first one. So it has this looping thing, and we can hit R on one of them and see the state change, like so, and it will just record that state. So we're going to use this little circuit, only 4 blocks, to be able to record when a ship is looking to land. And then what we want to do is do our reset and add in the reset for that. So we'll do same setup that we had above, basically just feeding these into those there. And there's tutorials on this if you need a refresher anyway. So there we go. So we've got one up here which will trigger it when the ship flies in, and then we've got a reset for our reset button. And what we can also do is we'll end up adding a way for that to be triggered in a couple of different ways as well. Okay, so that's the basic setup that we need, and then we take this one, and what we'll do is we'll bring it down here so we can use it. Alright, so this will record when we're in a certain state. So we're looking for, we're looking to land a ship. And what we'll do is we'll add that, and we'll send it into a couple of AND gates, like so. And we'll also throw it into a knot, just because it's useful soon enough. And we'll just toggle that, like so. So we've got all these activation modules, and what we want to do is we want to be able to say when all our hangars are full. So what we'll do is we'll create an AND gate below, and we'll feed each of the hangar activation modules into this AND gate here, like so. And if we toggle it, there we go, it's been triggered. And then we can bring that all the way up here. We can feed it into another activation module, and that will feed into one of these, and then we'll feed it into a knot, which then gets fed into the other. So that way, when this is on, we'll have a state for either whether we've got it all completely full, or whether or not we have space. So what we'll do is we'll set up when we're completely full, which is this top one here. And what we'll do is we'll link that one to the red light there, which is what we want to indicate. What we can also do is grab this one here and hook it up to the blue light as well now. So that blue light will light up when a ship is searching, and this red light will light up when we need it to light up. And then what we can do is we'll just create a delay. So we just want to force it to have a have that light on for a bit. So this will force the red X to stay up for a bit. What we can do is feed that into a end. We can feed this end one into the end as well, so it switches off a bit quicker. And then that end we can then feed into the activation module here. So that'll trigger our update here. And that'll trigger the reset. Okay, so that's what happens when we're full. Now let's set up what happens when we're not full. So we'll grab each of these activation modules and we'll create a knot, like so. And then what we will do is we're going to create a AND gate as well, just above. We won't do it for the first one, we'll just do it for the others here. And then what we'll do is we'll feed the NOT gate into that one there. And then what we want to do is feed the activation module into all the AND gates that are next to it on the one side. And this will mean that only one of these activates at any given time. Like so. And if we toggle these, we should be able to see that demonstrated. So this one lights up. If that one doesn't, and that one does, then that one, that one, that one, that one. And if this one lights up, you'll see that one lights up, but that one doesn't. So it's all doing what it should be doing, which is good. And we'll start with this one. Now the next thing we want to do is add a AND gate above each of them again, like so. And we're going to feed this one into it, like that. Then each of the AND gates as well. And these AND gates then can be fed the AND gate from here. So what we're saying is that if what we're looking for is if we're looking for a ship and the hangars aren't full, then show us which, or indicate which hangar is empty. Which is what we'll get. So if that's triggered there, it's just strange that that did that, but it might just be because the delay circuit's hooked up at the moment. But they're all free, and so we should see that. Yeah, you see the little flash there, which is fine. The other thing that we'll do is we'll create a clock. So we'll create a delay going into a knot, and then a knot into the delay, and then that can all feed into that as well. And if we get that started, this is what makes our lights flash. Okay, so now we've got these. What we can also do is grab our NOT gates, or sorry, we can grab these, and we can actually start hooking them up to our lights. The other thing that we'll do first is we'll hook up the red and green lights. So we'll grab the activation module from here, and the activation module will activate when a ship has landed, and then when there's something that's not landed, then the red light will go on, like so. So we hook the activation module for the dock to the green, we hook the NOT gate up to the red. Alright, and last one. Like so. Done. Sweet. So they're all hooked up. Now what we can do is we can grab these outputs here and actually hook them up to our lights. So this one's the furthest one away, which will be this one here, which means we need to hook it up to that. We need to hook it up to this top one. It's all the way along the line. That there, there, and there. Next one is this line here. It's on this side. And it is that hangar. And you can see this is why it's good to get the lights all sorted beforehand. It makes it an awfully lot easier. Similar, where that one there. And last one here. Add those lights in like so. And there's the lighting hooked up. Now what we'll do is we'll just we'll add a delay off these ones here. I think it comes off those. Maybe it doesn't because that's the lights. It'll then come off the AND gates then. So AND gates going into a delay. No, sorry. It does come off these ones, like that. And then what we'll do is we'll create these into a monostable as well. So we're going to add a NOT gate and a AND gate on the bottom. And then this one gets the delay going into it, and then if it's fed into the bottom, we'll do that for each. And what this will do is this will let us be able to reset once we've actually landed. Oh. You shouldn't be going into there. You should be going into there. Let's make sure we got that right for the others. Yep, yep. Okay. What we'll do is we'll create a reset over there that these can all link into. And the other thing we'll do is we'll then take these delay blocks and run them in there as well. So that way we're ready. So that'll prevent any issues with trying to switch the system off if it's not on. What that will do is when we try to land, if we land in the wrong spot, it'll keep indicating. Alright, we can fly up here, hook that also up into the module there, and we're pretty much done. So if we jump out, we can test the whole thing out. We can hit reset on everything just to be sure that everything's reset. Then we can grab a cube and fly around. It's indicating that all the hangars are taken. If we look over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, they're all taken. And if we fly out, it shouldn't trigger anything, which it hasn't because we're not entering in. And then when we fly in, you should see that apparently there is a place open, which we've hooked something up wrong. Let's go take a look. But it is flashing the way it should be flashing. So, where are we? Because I haven't triggered these all properly. I flicked them over when we were just giving an example. Okay, so now that should say red light when we go through. Yeah, that was my bad. Alright, we fly through, red X, nowhere to land. Okay, and then it will go off after a time, like so. Alright, now if we grab, say, this ship, and leave our other one there, that'll give us a place to dock. You see the lights are changing, as they should be. We'll fly out, and when we fly in, it'll go, hey, there's a spot that you can go. Here's the flashing lights to show where that is. And then when we dock there, you'll see all the flashing lights stop. And we can go on our merry way. The other thing that we can do is take off from here. Say we've got a space open. Say we're coming into land, and it triggers, hey, look here. There's a place available. It just lagged out because of a stupid thing. Why isn't it triggering? There we go. Sorry, it was auto-saving at the same time. It indicates, hey, you should land over here. But say this guy over here, during that time, also takes off. Like so. You'll see now it's actually updated the direction that we can land, which is pretty cool. And so we know that actually over here is where we need to land. So it will auto-update according to which spots are available. The other thing we can do is hook up a way so that the red X doesn't do the reset, so you just wouldn't connect that delay circuit up. And that way you'd be able to actually have it stay up until a spot was available, which is a pretty neat option. So yeah, and you'll see on the back everything updates. But this is the hangar setup that we've got with light indicators indicating where to land, like so, and landing like a boss. But for now, my name's Bench, and stay tuned for another tutorial very soon.